everyone, welcome to Pabbly Connect. Today in this video, we are going to integrate two software applications, Shopify and Paymo. So the use case here is, whenever a new order is created in Shopify, automatically create invoice in Paymo. First, let us know what these two software applications is all about. So Shopify is a software application where you can set up your online store and sell your products, whereas Paymo is an online work and project management software. The issue here is that although Shopify and Paymo have some native integration between them, but this integration has certain limitations, and that is why we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an integration software with the help of which you can transfer data from Shopify to Paymo. The best part here is you don't require any knowledge of coding. So let me show you this on my screen. Okay, so here I am at Google. And now I will go to this URL section over here and I'm going to type pabbly.com. Okay, so this is the website of Pabbly, and now I will hover over this product section from here and I'm going to click on Connect. Okay, so now I am going to sign into my account. Okay, so now because I have already signed into my account, that is why I am here. You can also sign up for free and create your free account in just 2 minutes. Here, I would like to mention one more thing. You can try out this integration in Pabbly Connect absolutely free. So if you want, you can create your account right now and set up your own automation. The link is available in the description box below the video. Okay, so now I will scroll down and here at Connect, I am going to click on Access Now. Okay. So this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and now we are going to create a new workflow by clicking on this button over here. Okay, so now I'm going to give a name to this workflow and I'm going to name it as Shopify Integrations. Create. Okay, so now here in Choose App, first I am going to choose Shopify. Okay. Now in trigger event, according to our workflow, whenever a new order is created in Shopify will be our trigger event over here. So new order. So now you can see we have various trigger events available. You can select whichever trigger event you prefer. And if you don't get the trigger event of your choice, you can contact our team at admin@pabbly.com and our team will help you. Now I'm going to click on new order. Okay. So now you might have a question in your mind that what is this term called trigger? Let me explain you that automation runs on the concept of triggers and actions. It is all about when something happens, do this. For example, when a sale happens, send an email. In our case, whenever a new order is created in Shopify will be our trigger event over here. So now when you come down here, you can see this term called Webhook URL. So Webhook is an essential way to get data from an external software at Pabbly's end. So this webhook helps you to build a connection between the trigger software application and Pabbly Connect. So here, after choosing the app and choosing the trigger event, what we do is we copy this webhook URL from here and we go and paste it inside the trigger software application, which is Shopify over here. Okay, so now you can see the instructions are written over here. You can just follow them carefully. So now I'm going to go to my Shopify account. Okay, so this is my Shopify account over here. Now I'm going to click on the settings over here and you can see this notification. So I'm going to click on notifications. Okay, now I'm going to scroll down and here you can see webhooks. So I'm going to create a webhook over here. Okay, so event here is order creation. So I am going to click on order creation. Let us search for it. You can see order creation. Okay, format will be JSON URL. So here you have to paste the webhook URL that you got from Pabbly Connect. I'll just copy it and I am going to paste it. Webhook API version will remain same. Save webhook. Okay, so we have successfully created a webhook and we have saved it. Now I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and here I am going to click on capture webhook response. So now it is waiting for webhook response. That means now whenever a new order will be created in Shopify, Pabbly Connect will capture the data. So now I'm going to go to my Shopify and here you can see online store. So I'm going to open it in new tab. Okay, so now I'm going to click on catalog and I am going to buy a camera. Okay, now I'll buy it. So now here contact information, I'm going to enter a contact information here. So the email is going to be 𝗪𝗆15@gmail.com. Okay, first name Emily, last name 𝗏𝗏, company I'll put here TVS, address E24 10 number market, Arera colony, city Bhopal, state Madhya Pradesh, pin code, okay, phone, okay. Now continue to shipping. Okay, so now I'm going to continue to payment. Okay, so now in card number, I'm going to write 1. Name on card, I'll write here bogus gateway. I'm here doing a test card payment. Expiry date, okay, security code, okay, pay now. Okay, so we have successfully created an order here in Shopify. You can see we have bought Canon EOS 1500D digital SLR camera. Okay, so now let's go to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so you can see Pabbly Connect has already captured the data over here. The email is here, created date, updated, okay. If you go down, you can see the amount is also here. So we have successfully finished our first step integration here. Now I'm going to save it. Okay. Okay, so we have successfully finished our first step integration, that is integration of Shopify and Pabbly Connect. Now we are going to begin with our second step integration where we are going to integrate Paymo and Pabbly Connect. So now according to our workflow, we have to create an invoice in Paymo. But before creating an invoice, it is very important that we create a client first. That is why first I am going to create a client, because when we create a client, we'll get a client ID that is required in making invoice. So I'm going to click on this plus button. And here in choose app, I am going to choose Paymo. Okay. Now in action event, I am going to choose create client, connect with Paymo. Okay. Create new or select existing credentials. If you have an existing credential like this, you can directly click on it and you can go ahead. But here I am going to let it be new credentials. And here you can see it is asking us for the Paymo API key and any random string. So here you can see log into your Paymo account, go to my account and create API key. So I'll just open this in new tab. Okay, so I'm going to generate a new API key over here and I'm going to name it as Shopify integration with Paymo. Generate. Okay, so I'm just going to copy it to clipboard. I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and I'll paste it here. In this random string, you can enter any alphabet. So I'm just going to enter A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. So now this API key and this random string will help us to build a connection between Paymo and Pabbly Connect. Now I'm going to click on save. Okay. So now here we have some empty fields and we have to fill the information according to our webhook response. So I'll just map all these details. Full name, let me map the name over here. So full name, I have the full name over here. It is here, Emily 𝗏𝗏. Email, let me map the email. Okay, address, I also have the address of my client. City, okay, state, okay. I'll enter the country directly. Okay, phone number, let me map the phone number. It is here. Fax, website, I'll just leave it blank. Save and send test request. Okay, so you can see we have the client ID over here and the rest details are also here. I'll just save it. Okay, so now we have successfully created the client over here. Now we are going to create an invoice. That is why I'm going to click on this plus button. And here I'll again choose Paymo. And in action event, I am going to choose create invoice because this is our action event over here. You can see we have various other action events available. You can select whichever action event you want according to your choice. And if you don't get the action event of your choice, you can contact our team at admin@pabbly.com and our team will help you. So now I'm going to click on create invoice because this is our action event. Connect with Paymo. So here I'm going to choose the existing credential that I recently put. So now here I'm going to choose the second credential because this I have already mapped. Save. Okay. So now here again we have some fields and we have to fill the information. First is invoice template. So you have to choose what kind of template do you want, client on right or client on left. I'll let it be client on right. Now here in client you have to enter the client ID. So I'm just going to map it and I'll erase this first and I'm going to map my client ID. If I go down in API 2, you can see the response. So here is my client ID. Okay. Date. So here you can see we require the date in this format. But here if you come, you can see we have the date and time both together. So what we are going to do is we are going to format our date by adding an action step. So I'm going to add an action step over here. Here I am going to choose date time formatter. And here I am going to format date only. Connect with date or time formatter. So here in date I am going to enter the date which is mapped with time. That is why I'll put this here. And here because you can see we want the date in this format, that is year, month and date. That is why I'll put the same kind of format here, which is this one, year, month and date. Save and send test request. Okay, so you can see we have our date in a proper format now. I'll just save it. Okay, now I'll just refresh this workflow once. Okay, so I have refreshed my workflow. Now here in date, we are going to map our new date that we got after the formatting, API 3. So I'll just map our date over here. If you go down, you can see we have our correct date over here. Okay, now due date. So due date here, because my Shopify order was paid on time, that is why in due date, I am going to put the same date. But if you want, you can also create your due date by using add or subtract time format in this option. I'll show you. So if you want, you can add an action step over here and you can again choose date or time formatter. And here in action event, you can use add or subtract time. And here in expression, you can add the amount of time you want to add or subtract, like +1 day or +1 month, -2 days, -1 day, depending upon your choice. So here I'm not going to use this. That is why I'll just delete it. Okay. So here due date, I'll let it be the same date. Okay. Invoice status, you can see we have different status for the invoice. I'll let it be sent. Currency, I'll map the currency. Okay. Invoice number. So here you can just have this default format for invoice, INV hyphen, and I'll just map the client ID. So let us map the client ID. It is here. Okay. Company information, I'll leave it. Bill to, I'll just leave it. If you want, you can write the customer's detail. Tax, I'll put the tax over here. Okay, item name. Okay, this was our camera description. So I'll just write here purchase. I'll map the line item product name over here, Canon. It's here. Okay, full stop. Customer details. I'll map the name. Okay. Item price. Let us map the price over here. Okay. Item quantity. Quantity is 1. Okay, so we have filled all the fields over here. Now I am just going to click on save and send test request. Okay, so we have got our API response. That means we have successfully finished our integration. Now I'm going to click on save. Okay, so now let's go to Paymo and see if a new invoice has been made there or not. So I'll go to my Paymo account and here you can see invoices. So you can see we have an invoice over here. I'll just click on it. So you can see we have the date, due date, the item name, the description is here, the price, tax, everything is over here. So we have successfully created a new invoice here in Paymo when an order was created in Shopify. Now I'm going to show you this process again with one more example so that you can understand how this integration takes place in real time. So I'll go back to my Shopify store and I'm going to buy a new product. So this time I'm going to buy this t-shirt. Buy it now. Email, I'll put here john0013@gmail.com. First name is John. Last name is Stevenson. Company. Okay, I have the address. I'll just update the address. Okay. Continue to shipping. Payment. Okay, so here I have to enter the credit card details. I'll just enter the test card details over here. Expiry date, code, pay now. Okay, so we have successfully created an order here in Shopify. Now let's go back to Paymo and see if a new invoice is created there or not. So I'll go back to my Paymo. You can see we have a new invoice over here, invoice number 896815, and the customer is John Stevenson. So let me see. Okay, so you can see item name is here, description is here, price is here, tax is here, everything is over here. So we have successfully finished our integration. Now I'll go back to Pabbly Connect and I will explain you what has happened in our example. Okay, so in our example, what has happened is first the information came from Shopify to Pabbly Connect. Then from Pabbly Connect, the information went to Paymo. So now every time a new order is created in Shopify, first the client will be created automatically in Paymo and then the invoice will be created. So we have successfully finished the integration of Shopify and Paymo using Pabbly Connect.
Not just these two software applications, but you can integrate any software application using Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com and our team will help you. For more, you can also visit our website at www.pabbly.com. Thank you.